I will say that the stress level is totally different.
To be on this side of the screen?
Yeah, I mean, even, I don't know about you, but this morning I was up later than I should have been playing video games. And then, especially when I left here to run a couple errands. And then I woke up normal work time, which is 5:40, and tossed and turned for an hour running through everything in my head that I wanted to say to kick us off, one of the things I wanted to bring, things I wanted to do. It was pretty crazy. Just the stress is, usually the stress starts when I'm in the car on the way there.
Mm-hmm.
But this one is a total different level of stress, running an event. But we got a good group of guys working on it, so.
Yeah, I'm feeling good about this, Brandon. It's happening. Here we are.
Yeah, no, we got no choice now, right?
We've arrived. Now it's time to sit back and watch the players play some great Lorcana. Well, we're just cutting decks here now. It looks like, I'm not sure who's on the player of the draw, but we'll find out momentarily here.
I'm going with Chubbs is on the play.
Yeah, he's looking like, yeah, all right, so we're gonna Ink Damari and playing the Mulan. That's gonna let him draw and discard for turn. Brandon, are you able to pull up their deck list?
Yes.
Too? That would be good to be able to see here.
So the way we can do this is through the matches. We can only really see one at a time.
That's fine. All right, we got it looks like
Hero to all.
Ink,
Yeah.
and play a, which one is that? That's the
Develop your brain.
Develop your brain, yeah. You got to get that AI card viewer so it sees it get played and then pulls up the image on the screen. All right, passing the turn on over to Chubb. Chubb Ink's Robin
Champion
Hood.
Sherwood.
Plays, the Flynn
Flynn.
Rider. Let's see, does Corey have something with 2 strength in hand?
This is going to be interesting because he's definitely playing a ramp deck, and he's going to have to be forced to play a card now. Ink's McDuck.
And oh no, that's
It's Tipo.
is it? No, it's what's it? Can we pull up the list here? Because that is it Tipo? Or
Yeah,
is
he
it
played an
Chaka?
extra card. No, it's Tipo because he played an extra card.
Yep. All right. It's hard, difficult to see here, but all right. Back to Chubb. Gonna Ink Mushu for turn. Plays another Flynn Rider. And the Tipa's a 1/2, so the trigger should have happened. So Chubb gained 2 additional.
She got it.
lore.
Oh, 2 additional. Well,
Because it's 3 lore off of
Flynn.
Flynn.
Okay.
Right?
So he should be
You
at
gained
4.
3 lore. Yeah, so Chubb should be at 4 lore.
This could go quick. What was that he inked?
Let me know when
Yep, Ink Tamatoa
Oh.
and Super Goof, and Corey's gonna gain 2 lore off of that.
And it also protects him.
Yep.
And he looks like he quested.
And Corey quests for 1.
So for 3.
Yep, Corey's at 3 lore. All right,
For a
nope.
non-aggro deck here, they're coming out hard.
Yeah.
Coming in hot.
Oh, huge. Okay, so the Sisu Emboldened Warrior, he'll trade 1 of his Flynns. That Sisu's gonna power up now, based on the cards in hand. So unless he's got something big to play, let's see, we got 3. He's going to 5 ink. So Corey might be able to drop like a Maui or something to prevent the Flynn from triggering. But otherwise, Josh is looking at 5 lore next turn.
That's Corey's deck. 61 card deck. I don't see anything.
And I have melee too, right? So I can.
You should be able to see it too, yeah, because you have access as a.
I'm in on this. I've got privileges. All right, Corey's thinking. He's in a tough spot right now because he's probably thinking, how am I gonna mitigate the amount of lore that my opponent's gonna gain next turn by doing things? So yep, throws in the Maui, but now Maui's out. He's got damage, and I don't know what's in Corey's hand right now. So
Corey's got what, 2 cards in hand? It looks like.
yeah, all right, ink another Mushu. And pass the turn. Okay, yep.
Oh, Chubbs looks like he swing and a miss on the, unless he's building towards something. He's got 2 in hand, 3 in hand. There's a how far you'll go, how far I'll go. Extra card in the inkwell, and each card in the hand.
Yeah, typical ramp and popsicle, get the draw. So now, if you're Chubb, you're thinking,
Do you heal Maui? Will Maui kill Sisu?
Yes, she's only got 4 willpower, but
I
no.
hate that card.
Drop the McDuck Manor.
I hate playing against that card. It's a great card in hand, but it's a tough card to beat.
Yeah, so he's going to heal the Maui. Good call, Brandon.
Was that Inca Brawl?
Looked like it, maybe?
Inca.
A Mushu.
Is that the third one?
Yeah. Yeah, Corey's got 2 in hand right now. And passes, so he's going to gain 2 lore now. Corey's up to 5.
We spoke soon. They rushed out at 4-3 and then slowed down.
Yeah.
He's afraid to lose Sisu.
Yeah, so Grandma, she's letting him look for a card, put 1 in your hand, 1 at the bottom of your deck, right? Plays the popsicle.
Are you in the tournament controller?
Yeah, I'll let you.
Oh, it's hard because you're on the tournament actions. Nope.
Another popsicle.
Controllers.
Yeah, doing typical Ruby Sapphire right now. I've been in this position before. You're thinking at this point, with all of that ink, anything the Ruby Sapphire player is going to put on that field is going to be something scary now.
Table 2 there.
Perfect. Because you've got, whose deck? You've
I've got Corey's up.
and I'll pull up Chubb's deck.
You had one of the melee pop-ups prevented you from getting the controller menu, and that's what you needed.
Was that a quest?
Yeah, quest for 3.
And there he pops Sisu
Yep.
with the Maui, trades.
And he'll gain 2 lore off of the
McDuck Manor. Yep.
Nice.
See what Chubbs must be struggling. I don't know what he's got going over there. Another McDuck Manor from Corey, really, and he just quested with Gramatala for 1. So now we're looking at a really quick ramp. He can drop 5 down next turn, especially without Josh having cards on the board.
Yeah, and just passes. So there we go. That's 4 more lore to Corey.
This could get over real quick.
Yeah, I think we've reached the end game here, unfortunately, for Chubb.
Hey, and while we're at it, you can see the scroll down at the bottom. We want to thank our sponsors, Tabletop Gaming, Dame Games, Unplugged Gaming, Storytellers, and Misfit Games up in Oswego. Thank you very much for supporting us today, helping us with the prizes. And I should have mentioned, and I really regret when I introduced Retro Game Con. They kicked in a little bit to help us out, and
Yep.
we encourage you this October to go visit them.
All right, and Chubb concedes game 1. Or player 2 win, yep, there we go. So viewers, this is best of 2 format in our tournament. So we only got 1 game here, and that means Corey is now on the play.
Definite, and a lot of people in the 2-game format, they want to go second, because if you can steal that first game, then on that next game, you kind of put yourself in an advantage to maybe get that bonus point. So Corey gets 3 points. It's a point system more than a record system to get into that top 8 cut. He gets 3 for the win. If he can pull a second win, he would get a bonus point and get 7, which is the most you can get in a round. Trying to move forward and lock up their wins and get into that top 8. Some of those big prizes. Corey, I believe, is out of Albany.
Yeah, we got some great regions in upstate New York for Lorcana. So, if you're from any of the major cities, Buffalo, Rochester, Syracuse, Albany, you probably got a great set of stores in your area that you could be playing Lorcana at. I know we're very fortunate here in Syracuse, New York, to have lots of stores. It's almost like you can play Lorcana every night of the week.
If you didn't have other stuff.
Yeah, if you don't have other things. But you know us, our lives revolve around Lorcana, right? Nothing else? So let's see how, Chubb plays this out in game 2. Knowing he's playing into Ruby Sapphire, I wonder if he'll try to be more aggressive with his mulligan, look for those things that he can try to gain a lot more lore quickly and take out that goof without sacrificing a character.
A big character. Yeah, he took 4 cards on that mulligan. He's playing Ruby Steel.
Which is obviously an interesting choice. You're not going to see that, in a lot of top tier meta lists. But in all honesty, that's Chubb. He's a mad scientist deck creator, always brewing some things to bring to locals to see. And we've seen Ruby Steel get played before and not have any luck. But with the Mushu from last set, I'm trying to think if there's anything in this deck that he's got from.
I don't know if he's got the new there's the new Mulan.
We saw him ink Nimari.
Yeah.
Yep. Chubb, I do know Chubb's deck here. He's got some spice. I don't want to spoil it for the stream if we can see it ultimately, but he's definitely got a card or two in there that will be exciting to see hit the board.
There's some standards that we did not see from Corey in the first round for Ruby Sapphire also. So we'll be interested to see. There's the more standard popsicle first play from Corey to draw the card. And this is where we'll see if he pulled that Mulan again, which is a pretty. Is that Namari?
Yep, ink Namari. Mulan. That's a pretty standard, I think, turn 1 play for the deck. I mean, I don't know if you want to be inking Namari if you don't have to, but okay, gets rid of the Sisu.
Let's see, we got an ink a
Pirates.
Oh, that's a good one to not have to see again. Sails the Azurite Sea to ink a second card this turn and draw a card. So he's ramping right up.
Well, and yeah, and that is, the Pirate's Life in the Inkwell means that he can't get it back later with the Maui Shark. So depending on how many he's running, and Chubb doesn't know, we know, but that's gonna factor into late game stuff as you're thinking, okay, is he top decking it? Can he get it back with the Maui Shark? Ooh, and who do we got here? Is that a Li Shang?
It might be.
Looks like
I don't know. It's Ruby, correct?
Yeah, it's a Ruby. What do we got here for? Yeah, there's Li Shang General Sun and Li Shang Valorous General. I'm not sure because I can't see here on Melee what the card is, but that's interesting. So I'm pretty sure it's just a vanilla card. It might be a 2/2 that costs 2, right? Because he played it on turn, or is it a 1-drop? We're looking this up.
Getting there.
Leave it to Chubb to play a card that we haven't seen.
What was the card?
I think it's Li Shang.
All right, let's see here. I pull up Dreamborn, our favorite site.
All right, and Chubb quests for 2.
Oops, I didn't want collection.
Cards. I don't have sound right now.
Lynching. Nope, Lynching.
So we're running off of, what's going on here?
It was a 1-drop, 2/2, quest for 1, Li Shang.
1-drop, 2/2, quest for 1. Okay, that makes sense.
I wonder, is he running so there's a shiftable Li Shang that he could drop on top of that, which could become powerful at 3/2, and it's just discard a card. That is from the new set, I believe.
Oh yeah, and is that in his
No,
deck
that's
right now?
4. I don't know why I said new set. That's about to go away set.
Okay, well, last turn we saw Corey play the Tamatoa, get it back. It looks like Chubb did quest for 2 there, so should be at 5 now.
He's got getting that wide board early on. He's got a Flynn out there. Looks like a quest in did he quest with the Tamatoa?
Oh, yeah. Or no, he's saying how far I'll go. Uh-oh, we got a I know, I didn't have sound there for a second, so.
Well, let's see what he does. Did he pick 2 cards up?
No, that was last turn.
He just exerted.
Oh, just
Yeah,
exerted
yeah,
it.
he just
Okay.
exerted it.
Yeah, I think it's.
He's going to ink another one.
Be prep. Okay, yep, that was definitely a quest. Clear the board. And Corey's got some cards in hand right now, too, so
And
you
some
hate to see
ink.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know, when I play Chubbs and he starts doing that hand thing, you start to get a little nervous about what he's thinking because he's got some.
Well, unfortunately, he just ended up having to pass the turn, so. And there is the dreaded half shark.
With a Tipo inked, passes the turn.
Yep. So with that half shark out now, you got to realize that anytime you make a character go exerted, Corey's going to be able to get back one of his actions. And in his discard pile right now, there's a B prep, how far I'll go, a develop. So he'll be able to look for cards, gain lore, and who knows what's going to happen next. Chubb ends up having to pass it right back to Corey. So I'd be worried. I would be worried.
Stream round 2. Did you pull a deck check? Before round 2?
All right, so we got to develop your brain, digging deep into.
I'm just going to pause out for a second.
Yeah. Oh, sorry about that.
That's a lore, right? Because he played Maui.
Yep.
In action.
Gets that back.
This is me, right? I'm sorry. Okay. Sorry about that, people. Just a little logistics.
Yeah, it looks like Richard Kenobi just not being able to get characters out on the board to deal with what he's got, but we'll see. I won't count Chubb out yet, and okay, plays the Mickey. So this Mickey is interesting. When he challenges and banishes a character, you get to play a character for free. All right, gains 1 lore off the Maui Half Shark with How Far I'll Go. Ramp and put a card in your hand, which is scary to be on the other side.
Did he sing it? He didn't sing it, right? He played it?
He played it, yep.
Exerting 4 to play a second one.
Another one, so gains a lore.
Is he digging too, though? Or is he just running up to the lore for Half Shark?
A little column A, a little column B, right? You love to see that passive lore, but you're also looking for the knockout, right? What are the cards that you're going to use to get your win, which can happen really quickly here.
But he did not exert a card, which could hurt Chubbs. Unless he drops... What's the item he's got sitting there?
The Vitalosphere, which isn't going to help him challenge a ready character or exert anything, but he should have one last hope.
So Vitalosphere does what, right?
Gives a character rush in Challenger 2.
But now is he running the Mulan? Is it Mulan who can challenge ready characters?
Yes, if she quests, then you can do it, but there's a 3-cost song in Steel, One Last Hope, that allows hero characters to challenge ready characters, and they gain resist 2 for turn. And there it is, the One Last Hope. Pops the Vitalosphere. Mickey trades into, and there it is, the giant Mickey. That is a 10/10 that quests for 5 with Bodyguard, and when it gets banished, deal 5 damage to all your opponent's stuff.
That's the hero card, right?
That is exactly. So Richard Kenobi. I mean, it could be bad right here. Yeah, and there it is. Hades into the inkwell. Maui Half Shark quest for 1. Go to 5.
Or Chubbs.
You know, to be expected. I mean, that's exactly what we're, you know, talking about with what you're looking for. Something like that to deal with whatever your opponent's going to play next turn. Doesn't matter. Drop the Hades. All right, Calhoun comes out.
Back to a little early. Oh, Calhoun and
Another Mickey.
Calhoun can get you a little lower with a knocking someone out, but I think Chubbs is just sitting on 2 cards in hand.
Ooh, yeah.
Brawls away Mickey.
Yep, that's another lure, right? Got it. Yep. Quest for 3. Go to 8. Yeah, you're right, Richard, for sure. But at least it takes out the half shark, you know? And forces him to have to hard cast unless he gets the Hades out beforehand, the B prop, so.
Whew. Ben took a 2-0 win already. So Ben is done. Ben Ramos.
Nice.
So that's our first match reported.
Oh, quest for 1 with the, interesting. Oh, Glimmer for Glimmer. Wow, okay, nice. So he gets the 1 lure off of, you know, questing with Calhoun, and then uses the Calhoun to basically take out Maui Half Shark.
You can see House, and then we see a Sisu. It's just, you know, playing against Ruby Sapphire, it's when they get ramped and it's just one thing after
go to 10.
another.
Yep.
And it really makes it hard to come back. And is that a, who is that
That's
he
the
played?
Mushu.
Mushu. So if he can get something out, he can get a little lower for banishing, for challenging and banishing cards. But.
And that's a quest for 5 out of Corey. So here, this is the end game, right? Chubb's really gonna have to.
5?
Yep, 5.
Yeah. And Corey is
McDuff
Manor.
Okay, let's see here. Vital Sphere doesn't help, and
there
Chubb
it is,
gives
the
it up.
concede.
Corey takes game 2, and there it is.